How's it going, everybody? I'm here with Shane KI6QFI, and we're going to do a HF install, get an HF back into my mobile life on my F-150 Lightning. This is pretty similar to what you do with any other Fords because it's still bed, cab, all that stuff. So Shane's got some special tactics, and we're going to learn a whole lot in this process. So we hope you enjoy it.
Should be a lot of fun. He's going to go POTA Mobile.
POTA Mobile soon. Shane's got it all fish taped up. The coax. We're going to be doing a Breedlove stake mount. Boom, right on top there for my ATOS. And we're going to go up through the channel and then into
that hole. What's up?
Into this whole area right there. There's a little vent. Yeah, buddy. What are you doing?
Making a roly-poly habitat.
Okay. We've got the coax ran, but now we have the fundamental issue of going up the channel and then into this grommet hole that we've got on the inside.
Can you see that fish tape?
Fish tape. You want to try and feed it up the other way? Or just look for it on the inside?
No. Look on the top of the bed here. I see daylight.
Got it.
Okay, pull it through. A little bit.
More?
No, that's good.
Okay.
So, where's the coax, the end of it?
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a bit of weather stripping, and now we're on the inside of the weather stripping channel. Right. Got it. Okay. There's the coax end. Cut at an angle. Pro tip from Shane here, so. All right.
So,
can we just manually...
I was thinking that,
you think we can?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Right here.
No, I don't. Oh, man.
See my finger?
I almost feel like you should just fish tape it. You can try. Why not?
I mean, we can fish tape it with something small. Because it's got like this.
Yeah.
This protection. Butter here.
You're on the other side of it. Okay. Still on the other side. Okay. Oh! No.
I can see it, dude.
If you can see it, why don't you grab it with needle nose pliers?
That's what I just tried to do.
Oh no!
Couldn't go through all the way though.
Okay, let me go get the hook.
Hang on.
The MacGyvering worked. You got it fed through.
Yep.
And so now it's in this slot. So it's pretty easy. You got lots of accessibility back here.
It's pretty open.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep the coax from twisting.
Yeah. Shane's already doing a really good job of cable management.
Oh yeah, cable management is key.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
We'll have to get your hot tips on installs after we're done here. When you can show your handiwork off, because yeah, you've already brought like a whole bunch of ideas I never even thought about.
So, one thing we can, well, I don't know if you have any or not, but split loom for cable protection in here.
I don't even know what that is, man.
You don't know what split loom
Oh,
is?
the little twisty stuff? The corkscrew?
No. Split loom is like it's like that corrugated plastic that's cut. So you just...
Yeah, you spin it around?
No. You just slide it on.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I have any of that.
Okay, that's fine.
I can get some though, right?
Yeah.
Like Harbor Freight?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, now it's time for the boogeyman of this install, the power. Running from the power block, really easy, from the battery. It's gonna come through here, and then there's a nasty little grommet we've gotta get through. There is just so much clutter here. There's a left side access too, but it's not as good as the right side here, so I think that's the route we're gonna go. Did you look at the left side? The left side might...
I haven't looked at the left side yet. But
if this looks like a problem...
For the record, y'all, Josh, during his first install, popped the grommet out.
Yeah, I did.
Now I'm trying to fight it from keeping going this way. I'm trying to pull it this way. And so you can blame this guy for that.
Fixing my problems, thank you. I often say when I'm doing little projects, you've heard me, that's a problem for future Josh. In this case, it's a problem for future Shane. Got to keep that one up here. Good tip.
Pro tip for all you installers out there. Dawn. Not SKT Dawn. Dawn, the magic of all lubrication for fishing wires.
So part of my problem is that we've got 10 gauge wire here, which is a little too beefy. And we've got to get it. So do you run it through the little hole and then over?
No, I just tape it on there.
And that's enough?
Yeah.
Because you don't think this is going to slide?
Not if I don't lube it first. Pretty much.
Because this is the tricky. This is the hardest bit of this install is going through the boot.
Yes.
And you were saying that's also kind of
my boogeyman.
Your boogeyman is going through the
That is my
firewall.
biggest fear, yes, because I have screwed up on that before. There we go. And you want this angle like that, sloped. So that
Makes
way
sense.
when you push it through, it's point.
Like threading a needle.
Basically, pretty much, yeah. And then go over that. Like
And then
this.
many reps.
And then
There.
leave yourself.
That'll go to
That's
Never Land if that falls.
Leave yourself a little flag.
Yeah. Oh, a flag. Why? What's the flag? Oh, so you can unwrap
take it off.
All right, now it's lube it time.
Oh, and the second part about the dish soap is it works well for lubrication and it smells good.
We should use Fantastico or Fabuloso.
Fabuloso, there you go.
That's what we got out here. That's the good stuff. I need the flashlight so I can see the hole. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah.
Let me know when the wire gets to the boot.
All right, I'll let you know when it gets to the boot. You're booted up. Oh, it's through. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, now you got there you go. You're fully through the fish.
Like a glove. See, I don't want to pull this too fast
Right.
because it's rubbing against the other wire.
Yes.
And so we don't want to build up friction. Man, this is beefy stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to see if it'll... There it goes. Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted. There's like a nice little channel right there.
Okay.
It's just a little tight pulling through.
What am I looking for? Oh, I got it.
Pulling through?
Yep.
Oh, keep going. Oh, Carlos, you're banging my ham alert, buddy.
Don't mind my dirt. I haven't vacuumed out since we got back from that soda last weekend.
My name is Dr. Emmett Brown here at Twin Pines Mall. It's about 1:34 in the a.m.
So what do you got going? This is the passenger side.
So this is the passenger side, and this is for the separation kit for the control head for the 891.
Yeah.
I have the flat ribbon for the mic, and then the round cable for the control head.
Yeah.
Routed under here. Inside of these clips is when you put this piece back
right.
on.
Yeah, definitely don't do it
It
outside.
latches onto these.
Right.
And then it goes right in here, and you don't want to get smashed.
Right, so bypass
So the
those.
objective for all this is to avoid pinch points, avoid smash points, avoid kinks, and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And then I just lifted up the carpet here.
Yeah.
Like this.
Look at that.
And just tuck it under here.
Yeah.
And just put the carpet back down. No one knows the wiser. And just come out right here, where this panel ends right here.
Uh-huh.
And just tuck it up in there.
Oh, look at that.
Because the carpet,
it's so clean.
Because the carpet goes to like right here.
Uh-huh.
And it's folded over. So
you just
tuck it up in there.
Uh-huh.
And it holds itself in place.
Oh, that's smart.
And then the panel, how sturdy it is up against the carpet will hold it up there. And then you just have it coming out right here. And then your mount is right here, so you can just zip tie it and control head mic wherever you want to hang it.
Yeah,
You're good
that's
to go.
what we'll do.
And then you have
excellent.
some slack for both for service loops. Service loops just in case, you want to move something or adjust something, change something.
Right. Slightly.
You have slack.
So you got it all local to where you're going to need it.
Right, yeah.
Nice, good job.
Always the first step of an install. Plan everything out. Lay it all out. Plan where you're going to put things, and that way when you're laying it all out, you have it all in your head.
Spoken like you've done this before and you've needed to redo a whole bunch of stuff, right?
A few times. I know I've mainly also had to fix things that deputies break.
Oh, right.
Yes. Let me tell y'all, deputies, they break things.
Here's the master stroke from Shane here. He was saying, cut down a piece of 3/4 inch wood, in this case it's a melamine board that I used for workbench material, and slide it underneath the carpet in the rear of the F-150, and then you just...
Sandwich the carpet between the wood and the bracket, and it holds it in place.
And then you just screw down the brackets for the radio right there on that, and you got a real clean install.
And that way,
That's awesome.
You're not drilling into your floor.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea what's under there.
Right.
Fuel lines, brake lines, hydraulic lines, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So we don't want to drill into the floor, so you just use this to drill into as leverage, and
that's killer, dude.
shove it under the carpet.
So we're watching this go in. I've never seen something like this before, so I mean, there might be wires under there too, so be careful.
Nope. There it goes.
No. Oh wow. And then I guess you go as far back over here, shove it into the up against that cargo area as possible.
Comes out to about here.
Okay.
So it's like right
Cool.
at the edge of the seat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you just pop this back into place there. Pop these in place here. And then this piece
Yeah.
just goes back here. Like that.
Slick.
And then you have mounting points. You have this whole area to screw into.
Nice.
And the wood uses the carpet, so you're not sliding up and down side to side.
Right. It
in
just holds
place.
it in place. Oh, it's slick.
So just use like I don't know, inch long screws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll go get those.
Works great.
For the antenna mount, I wanted something that's pretty robust, and we went with the Breed mount, which is a stake bed mount, stake pocket. I have this braided line that goes to the chassis, so now we're bonding the chassis to the bed, right? Because this is going to make an electrical connection to the aluminum here. And then that is going to connect to the cab via the chassis, assuming they did a good job of grounding it. Yes, this is an aluminum truck. I think that this is all pretty much aluminum material. We should be good, but it's something I got to look into. Anyway, this lines up, goes in, and then you use Allen keys to lock it home. Is it straight? No?
Yeah. I figured it would straighten itself out once, you know.
So the peach mango flavor is energy.
What's up?
Just peach mango is energy.
That's good, because I could use it. Thank you.
All right, so our last little bit here, we just need to tap negative, tap positive to this line, and we're good to go. I think, oh yeah, it's more than wide enough. I don't remember how this opens though. You just pull it? Yeah, just pull it open.
Don't forget, we got to button up that coax, but we'll test it first.
Yeah.
Got the magic white smoke out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whoop. Hold on.
Good?
I think so.
Yeah, you can torque the crap out of that thing. When I did the install the first time, we used the Velcro on the back.
Yeah.
Guys, this Velcro worked great. It was almost impossible for him to hold this off, so I'm a big fan of that Velcro solution.
Perfect.
That was a good call.
All right, so I'll put the toroid like under this.
Yeah, and that radio's floating right now. It's not mounted yet.
Not
'cause
mounted to anything.
someone lost the bracket. That would be me.
Oh, I heard it click.
You heard a click?
I heard a click.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's see.
I heard a click, buddy.
All right. And I haven't decided yet how I'm going to keep this. So I think I'm going to move this up a little bit, but let's see. Whoo!
Is it hot?
Speakers loud. Let's go band. Let's see if we can get into. Hey, the ATOS is moving.
It's raising.
It's raising up.
It's raising.
What? Foxtrot 7, Papa Kilo Zulu.
It sounds like a POTA. Noise is 3. That's about what I expect.
For this neighborhood. That's 3, right?
That's the DNR active. Listen now.
Yeah.
Dude. That's killer. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
At the November station, come back on that.
This is Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
Okay, got Kilo India, is that correct?
QSL.
Kilo India 7, was that right?
Negative. 666. QSL?
QSL, give me your whole call again.
No problem. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu.
Oh, got it now, Josh, thanks. You are a 5757 into part Kilo 5779 and Kilo 3096.
Twofer. QSL. It's a 5-7 both ways here into Southern California.
Thanks for hunting. Kilo Juliet 7 Victor Oscar calling CQ.
Cool. That worked. Oh, guy's got a pilot too. Heck yeah. Okay, now here's the real test. Let's start the electric motor here.
That's in November, Lima 7. Victor 7 Victor.
And the old 7B, there's Alaska.
Okay, Paul, got you. You are a 5555 and depart Kilo 5779.
So for everybody that was curious,
3096. Yes, sir.
let me go to a S3 noise didn't go up at all. So when we're driving and braking, it may change things, but right now, no problem.
And other cars around you and stuff.
Yep.
Other environments.
Killer.
Freaking A!
Man, you did it, man. That was a killer setup.
Woo! Put the two cables together here and make it look a little nicer.
Yeah, and then the seats will fold down on top of that.
Yeah,
and
so you won't
we'll have
see
a
any of
nice
this.
little setup for everything, so it'll be nice and clean.
And then the zip ties would be like little anchor points for the coax and the power.
Cool, let's button it up then.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
So you're gonna go ahead and lift that seat up. So, pardon the mess. We're working on buttoning all that up, but like he said earlier, the radio's just sitting here because he's gonna Velcro.
Yeah, I've got a.
And then he's gonna get a bracket for it. But there's a piece of wood under here, so when you anchor your stuff down, it ain't going nowhere. It's sandwiching the carpet and the wood with wood screws, so you're not drilling into your floor of the truck.
Right.
And then I made holes here in this plastic as anchor points for the cabling. And then obviously the toroid. So when you put the seat down, you don't even know it's there. Put that one down. Can't see anything. All the cabling's hidden. All the wiring's hidden. Everything's put away.
Excellent.
Buttoned up.
Nice. Shane, this has been one of the best installs I've ever seen, and so many good ideas. I learned an absolute ton, so thanks, man. I really do appreciate you coming out and helping me.
Man.
So we're going to go get dinner. I owe him a steak dinner now, so 73, guys, take it easy.
We did this to get our minds also off of this crazy little thing called life.
Yeah.
So we love it.